have found Brumbies. Hello, beautiful. Some Brumbies, some donkeys. Yo, look at the baby.
Look at the baby. Look at that. Look at that.
Ain't she beautiful? And a couple of donkeys up the back.
Couple of donkeys in
Donkey right there.
Hang on.
Yeah, and there's one on the side there. One more. Hard to tell. Aren't they beautiful? They're looking. It's got a few ribbies showing, but not bad really.
Deviation around the speed hump.
Gotta worry about the speed hump here.
Oh look, there's a slab down there. That is ready to be brought. I reckon I could get that for a bargain.
I'm sure you could get that for a bargain.
Get set up.
Prime land.
Need to be kings here.
Could. Kings amongst I'm not sure what.
I don't know exactly what goes on here, but this is Dockers River Community.
We think that is the shop. And I'm sure that's the door.
There's horses.
Horses walking down the middle of the street. I think the horses over there. There's just horses everywhere.
Pause and read if you like.
Does it say how far it is?
Oh, I don't think it's that far. Let's let us go. Well folks, we've done the GCR, Great Central Road. Been there, done it, whipped its ass. Roads were pretty good, except for the last part from, where did we stay? Warwick-Kuna. And then onward to past Dockers River. Yeah. The roads were pretty bad then. Lots of dips, a couple I didn't see.
We took off, we flew.
Yeah, definitely got airborne.
Twice.
Lots of corrugation, very sandy. So there's some bit of drifting going on. But yeah, that was the worst part.
Like I had my seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Would have shot out the roof.
But this brings us into the Olgas, and wow,
I have been here, but I was a munchkin.
We're probably not going to do the full walk here because we're going to try and get into a caravan park. Something we might do a couple of nights in Uluru. So we can.
I don't think my leg will do the whole walk anyway, to be honest.
Anyway, enjoy.
햇살이 너무 좋았어. 그냥 모두 좋았어. 널 만나서 모든 게 다 잠에서 깨어나서 휴대폰을 먼저 보게 돼. 참 많이 변했다는가. 세상에서 제일 행복한 순간 널 만나고 매일 겪게 돼.
Fuck, no, we. Okay, so little dramas that we've had. Our main cooking thing has stopped working. It's not the gas bottle, it just doesn't want to flame up. Stopped on us. So that spoiled our dinner last night. It really didn't get cooked properly. That was a bit of a pain in the ass, but anyway. And the other thing was, I don't know for how long it was on the Great Central Road, but my maxi tracks, there's two bolts that hold them down in here, and they'd both come off, and this was banging here and it scratched some of the solar panel and the top of the roof there. I tightened everything, went around. I don't know, I've got no answer for that, but and I didn't have the right bolts. It didn't want to fit to slide back in there. So fortunately, as you adapt in these situations, is there's supposed to be two bolts on each side. So I've taken one out of that side and put it on that side, so I've got one on each side, which is more than enough, but it's meant to have two there. But I just keep checking it. And make sure that I'm not seeing too many cars on this. We're on the what are we on? The mirror something loop? Marini Loop, which is probably the most treacherous out of all the driving we've done so far, even with the Great Central Road and the last part. This has got a lot of dips, and we hit one dip which didn't give us any warning at all, and it was not a nice dip to hit. So I checked the car over, it's fine. Some of them have a little warning red triangle thing, some don't. So you've got to be really wary on this road, and they recommend four-wheel drive only, because I can see why, because there's some bits that get so thick in the dust that if you got caught you'd be in trouble. At the moment I haven't had to switch to anything, I'm just on all four-wheel drive anyway, but I haven't had to go to high range or anything like that, because we're ranging between 60 kilometers an hour and 80, 85 at the moment. Anyway, Nick Contrast from the Slab YouTube channel did that, check him out. So here we are. So we're just doing up a little bit of lunch, and we're not too sure if we're going to camp in Palm Valley tonight, but I heard it's a really good spot, or we're going to keep going into Alice and just get a room and spoil ourselves again. We shall see. Anyway, here we are. We're past the Kings Canyon, and we're about, how many k's from Alice? 250?
Something like that.
About 250 k's to Alice. So we're just winging at the moment. We're still not, both of us still not 100%, and a few little hiccups, so but all good. Catch ya. Yeah. So we're going from 37-degree nights to whatever the hell it is here in
Ella is 18 degrees at the moment.
18.
To 14.
Freezing. Okay, that's enough. It's windy and bloody cold. Haven't had a chance to finish any editing or vlogging because the trip hasn't turned out as planned, but that's okay. Okay, before we get copyright blocked. Good afternoon. It's afternoon still. Yep.
I don't know what time it is, but it's afternoon.
Okay. What day?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, and so it's day 9. That'd be right.
We left on Sunday.
Yep. 9. Geez, lucky you're pretty, right?
10 day, 10.
No, it's not. 7.
Sunday,
8,
Monday,
8,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 10.
Sunday to Sunday is 7. Monday's 8. Tuesday's 9.
Well, how does it work when you go?
Oh, I don't know.
Sunday,
Sorry.
Monday, Tuesday, it's 10.
This is about as juicy as our arguments get.
On camera anyway.
So we haven't spent as many nights in the rooftop tents as we would have liked. We look, it was always going to be our secondary sort of type thing, but we wanted to use it as much as possible, and Crow agrees. So yes, we're using our mugs. Devin, Greg, thank you. Just boiled the kettle with Alan's cooker. Anyway, so we obviously started over a week late because COVID hit the shit out of us and just knocked us for 6. That was really bad. We probably shouldn't have taken off even when we did.
Not really. I'm still not 100%.
Yeah. And oh, you're 100% in my books, babe.
I'm going to go vomit over there in a minute. But very sweet.
So day 9 or 10, whatever it is, it's the 22nd, I think, of April. I think we will get back earlier than expected, but we left over a week late. Not that great, but we thought if we didn't take off then it wasn't going to happen because it just would have been too time consuming and all the rest.
I'll be honest, you just had itchy feet.
I had itchy feet, yeah. Want to do so. The first night was pretty much a disaster. It was still like 37 degrees or something when we set up between Kalgoorlie and Laverton. And somewhere around, I don't know, it was after Menzies. Might have been after Menzies,
yeah.
Between Menzies and Laverton. So
and the flies
were just, yep. And I know Kim and Clary gave us the hint with the fly nets and all the rest of it, but it just, we couldn't eat, we couldn't do, it was just ridiculous. Barely slept because the heat was just so bad. So anyway, and the heat didn't let up for the next few days, so we just stayed at roadhouses. Because if I don't sleep well, then I'm not driving, so it's yep, if you want to say we chickened out or not, but anyway, that's how we play the game. It's supposed to be a holiday, and we still stayed at some good spots.
Yep.
Saw some great stuff. The Great Central Road is, all in all, we saw every animal. We got the camels, which I was really stoked about.
Horses.
the Brumberries were everywhere, and the only close call we've had was with the two Brumbies.
That took what we're playing. I think they were running.
I don't know what, they were going full belt. They came out of the bush on the Great Central Road, it's a dirt road, and they're probably only about, I don't know, 10 feet?
Yeah, that.
10 feet in front of us, two of them just
Straight across to the other side.
full on gallop. And I don't know whether it was just the timing that we got lucky or whatever, or they actually saw us, which I don't think they did, to be honest, because they were already in full trot when they got going past us. They weren't concerned on what was coming up, but if they'd hit us, it would have been game over for the horse and us. Wow. In the sense of wiping the car out or whatever. But anyway, so that was our closest call.
And dingoes.
Saw dingoes. We've seen the camels, horses, dingoes, emus, goats
the other day, but not on the Great Central.
Not as many as what we thought we would.
We have not seen one live kangaroo, have we?
No, all been dead.
Not live, and not many dead. Oh, actually, in South Australia, shitloads of dead ones.
Yeah.
Northern Territory, I think we saw 2 dead ones. That was it. No kangaroos though.
So the stuff that we thought was going to be a havoc hasn't been. Like the fridge and the freezer have been great. Greg and Alan didn't need that extra solar panels. Haven't used them because at the end of the day I can only charge the dual battery up so much. So what I'm doing is with the freezer during the day I just pump it up to 12-14, night time bang it down to 5, and it's been working great. Everything's been frozen, fridge is working well. It was disappointing. We got to see the Olgas, so we got to see a bit of Olgas, which you would have seen the video of that. But when we got into, well, they call it Ullara.
Ullara,
Christ, what are they calling it? At Ayers Rock, it was so busy. There was just people everywhere. Everywhere we went, we couldn't find accommodation even to set up camp in this. Tried to get some rooms, they were like $400, $500, $600 a night for pieces of crap. It's just ridiculous. So look, we've both been there, done that. We got to stand next to the rock, we got to see it, got some pictures, so it was great. So we thought we're out of here, and we went to camp out of Alice Springs, about halfway to Curtin Springs, and we set up a place which was free for 24 hours. Once again, the flies went nuts. The cooker we thought had crapped itself, but it was actually
technicality.
That'll do. We won't. The gas bottle just wasn't in full. It wasn't a good one. We thought, nah, this is not working either.
As well as you'd seen the roof rack thing as well, remember? You had to sort that out too.
So we started cooking up and look up, and I think I've showed you on the video, the maxi tracks, 2 bolts have come out. How that's happened, I don't know. Everything was tight. Yeah, anyway, I didn't put those on there. The guys did, but I should have checked everything. And Hal lost both bolts, and I thought, oh, here we go, I'm going to have to take the whole thing off and pack it in the car. But being that there's 2 on each side, I pinched one from one side and used it over there, because that's the only, I didn't have the right size bolts and nuts to fit that, and so that's worked out well. The cooker's fixed.
But basically the cooker trapped itself. He was fixing that. Flies were just about picking us up, taking us away. Yeah. So we packed up.
It was ridiculous.
Forget it.
So we went to Curtin Springs and stayed in a real donger of something. Stayed in
a room.
You could hear everything.
Yeah.
So sleeping tablets were the key. And but the place in the morning was really lovely. Aviary and all that sort of stuff, and animals everywhere. So it was good. But anyway, that's the way it goes. I can't say we haven't enjoyed it. It's just been a couple of moments where, you know,
we've probably moved on faster than we should have around, but that's just the way.
Seeing that we'd lost a week,
yeah,
it is what it is. A few other, I think that was, you know, touch wood, the car is just absolutely running beautiful. So anyway, we are at the moment about 200 or 300 k's before Ceduna.
80 k's out of Elliston.
Yeah.
Elliston?
Yeah. So we're booked in for tomorrow night at Ceduna. We may take another night there and just get out a little bit and see a bit more of Ceduna than rushing through it like we have at other times.
Oysters.
And there's oysters there, so Jackie could live on oysters alone.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Oysters.
So anyway, apart from that, everything is set up. We've had our coffee, we had a late lunch.
So I doubt we'll eat.
So I don't even think we're going to eat tonight, even though we've got some stew out if we want it.
We can have it tomorrow night.
Yep.
We had a pub lunch at Port Lincoln.
Yeah. But when we have slept in the tent, it's been pretty good. It's comfortable and everything. And there's hardly any flies around here. If any, the tent is comfortable. Got a fan. We don't even need the awning because it's just been overcast and there's actually been a little bit of drizzle and rain. So that's where we're at, guys. So anyway, I'll probably edit the crap out of this so it's not too boring, but we're going to relax, enjoy some music, have a coffee, maybe even a drink later.
Maybe.
Yep. Get you in the mood, hey? Hey!
Once again, is the tent shake-proof? We still don't know.
No. I don't know, something snuck in the tent the other day.
Well, it weren't me.
I don't know.
Where were we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Alice Springs?
Yeah, don't want to know. Really happy with the Prado, but as in for like the trips that we want to do, like next year, the Gibb River, I mean, it's great, it's comfortable, drives beautiful, it'll do the job. I just want things a little bit different. I don't know, just got to be packed a little bit better, and just have things a little bit more accessible and stuff like that. But that was the whole plan of this trip, was to learn what we can do, how's it going to work. Most things have worked out pretty well. The tables worked out well, the drawers are all good.
It's just a few.
The back seat's a little bit of a mess with stuff trying to get things, and
well, yes and no.
probably overpacked a little bit, but like I say, we don't need a solar panel, so that's one thing.
My clothes bag's smaller than yours.
Yeah. Well, you packed them, so it's not my fault. So anyway, shout out to everybody. Hope all is well, and we'll get some drone shots over the Nullarbor, and probably even maybe around Ceduna, and some great shots along, and we're definitely going to do our best to camp off-road along the Nullarbor where we can. So we'll probably be home by maybe the end of the weekend, depends. We're just going to slow down a bit now. So anyway, take it easy, cool. Digby's down under. We have been Jack and Dave. Memphis. I rode her into here. Crazy, seeing I had spike wheels, and if I'd got a puncture I would have been screwed. This is not a drone spot, I don't know what is. Dodgy local. She's following me. Oh dear. I'm very vulnerable right now. I don't know what she's... Nutcase is what she is. That's the silliest I've ever seen you be.
That's why I thought I'd do
Don't
it.
leave that for me. Oh dear.
You can just make sure you cut that.
That's what happens when you're into dinner. I won't cut, I'm going to slow motion it. That's what I'm going to do. That's what's going to happen.
Good on you.
It's going to be like that moonwalk. I'm going to get the jumpsuit on. Shut you up. We're going to Fowler's Bay. Go to Fowler's Bay, he said. Fowler's Bay is awesome, fantastic. 265,000 k's of corrugation. But like a trooper, we'll go through. Might even do some beach driving. There we go. Fowler's Bay. Just a couple hundred k's before Nullarbor Roadhouse. So we stopped into Fowler's Bay. Nice little spot. Definitely would like to stay there one time. Yeah, but we went the dirt road out instead of coming back out on highway. It was pretty cool. It must be absolutely howling down there. We're heading this way, not looking that much better. But do I give a shit? No, because we're not on the bike. So we're booked into the Nullarbor Roadhouse, and we'll try to get to some spots on the bike along there afterwards. But meanwhile, we're going to be car's going to get a wash. Snacks and a cup of tea time. Flies, I love the flies. That's what I love the most about this trip, is the flies. I think it's great that they come out and greet us and, you know, welcome us to everywhere that we want to stop. I think it's fantastic. It's a great thing.
Flies and corrugation.
Yeah, no, that's don't be like that. They're being welcoming, and you know, it's
yeah, they're a little bit
friendly.
Too friendly.
They're friendly.
Too friendly.
The Great Australian Wave. Salute. And today is Anzac Day. One doggy spotted another doggy. I'm not happy about it. Howdy folks, ma'am. Okay, our last day, we just slept a little bit before Norseman, free camp. Tent, it was a bit chilly, it was nice. We're on the Hayden Norseman Road and it's not a bad view. And guess what? Look at that. It's our first cook up, open fire. We're just starting to get into the routine and we're coming home. But this is good. It's been a really good learning experience on what works, what doesn't work, what we like, what we need, what we don't need, etc. Pretty much everything's gone okay. Yeah, I have to check on the oil light came on just as we left our camping spot this morning, and then it went off, so I checked it and it was only a little bit of oil on the end of the dipstick, so I don't know what's going on there. I haven't checked it all the way around. It's been great. Car's running perfect. There's no signs of why, but anyway, I've topped up the oil. That seems fine. It's not leaking, so it's using it. So but no signs of smoke, anything. But anyway, any suggestions, comments below. Running great. Just don't know whether diesel tend to use up a little bit more oil than petrol. I'm a bit naive on that side. How are you doing there, babe? You presenting?
Go away.
Okay, I'm going away. Anyway, we're cooking up bacon and eggs. Look at this fire. It's a chilly morning. It's only about 12-13 degrees. So this fire is very welcome. Loving it. About time.